Hey, what's up YouTube, Dennis here. Welcome on my channel Insanity Games for a new Formula 1 League race video. My first one on this channel, the third race in this league season. So in the background you are seeing my last qualifying lap, the final sector of the qualifying before heading to the race, which was a kind of strange race. To introduce you to it, this is the Division 3 of our league. FRG is the league, I believe. I don't even know the name of the league, kind of embarrassing, but so how it goes, you're in Division 3 when you are new, so the league is kind of unbalanced, as you can see. Like P2 and 3 have a 1 second gap upon the rest, and are 1 second off of P1, which it's clearly higher division material, just like myself and the Alfa Romeo guy. But it's only qualifying in race, enough can happen. You never know what kind of events are gonna occur. So with that just being said, let's head to the race. So and I will show the standings also after the race. First two races I got a P1 and a P2. The other P1 promoted to a higher division. After a race on Monza, we have got Imola and Monza before. So let's go to this race on Qatar, 50% race. No rain expected, obviously, at Qatar, but let's go. The start of a league race, always quite nervous before heading down into turn 1 with the strategy we got here. Not very, not a lot of choice. Starting on softs, definitely not the smartest thing to do. Tire can be surprisingly high here with a lot of fast sections here. A lot of fast right-handers into the last sector, of course. So right before the start of the race, and let's go ahead until lights out and away we go. Here we go, the start at Qatar. P3 on softs, P1 on the hards, and there we go. We have not quite a good start. There we going already. Got an overtaking by 2, it seems. We gotta keep it tight here before we squeeze or drive into other drivers around. And let's build from this position we have gotten here, getting passed by P3, which is on the soft compound tire. He will be attacking here. Of course, the car feels quite heavy compared to qualifying, so we gotta have a feeling in the first couple of laps about the car, how heavy it is going into the corners. And watching the track limits, of course, it's a huge thing here on Qatar. I would say one of the most difficult tracks regarding track limits, which we got here already on lap 1. Didn't stick within the white lines and picked up a track limit there already. It's a new track, of course, so still have to get used to it. And we already nowhere basically between the leaders and the midfield pretty much. Obviously there will be battling in the beginning. If someone is on the softs chasing the leading driver on the hards, and because of that we're able to close in and build a gap upon the rest of the field. And what are we gonna do? We know we're on the medium tire, we don't have the advantage on the soft tire. We got fast lap here, but I don't want to interfere with this battle, just keeping positioning here and see what they are doing and build from our race. I prefer being Alan Prost type of driver, just calculating our own race, don't take the necessary risk, and not doing more than is necessary. I mean, we are the leading driver in the championship also, so that's all what's important to us, and besides that we have a comfortable third place over here. I always try keeping in mind that of course I'm racing in this league with other drivers. You gotta be careful with what you say about other drivers. I think it's not respectful to take having a lot of bad takes on them. But here we're going for the overtake on the driver who was on the softs. He obviously didn't got the pace to interfere with us, because he is because we are able to have his pace on the medium tire we are on. So it tells you all you need to know, I think. And P1 on the hard tire, just too quick for this league basically, and seems like we gotta settle down for P2 at this starting phase of this league race. So this is what we basically got to do. We are keeping the Alfa Romeo out of our DRS range, and we are clearly the second driver over here. Just keeping our pace and looking forward into the pit window. Wouldn't call this a too competitive league. I mean, I think we need to get a clear, to set a clear definition of what I mean with competitive. I don't mean that there's a bunch of bad drivers, but I mean, I'm also racing in this league, so that wouldn't make sense either. Being competitive is like close racing to my definition. And this is clearly not really that close to each other. It should definitely be more balanced and being more looked into. But this is what it is for now. So a fun fact about this league racing little championship, which contains 7 races by the way. This is a race 3 out of 7. Next round we will go heading into Brazil, Circuit Interlagos, Carlos José Pache. Little fun fact, last 2 races we got 7 safety cars. Not any of them caused by me, by the way. Of course we are proud to say that. No penalty points also, but so this was like the first race. You can really see the race pace settling down of the different drivers. So this is these are the raw facts, how what the pace of any of these drivers are on the on this track. Then I mean, could be different on other tracks, especially because this is a new track, and not all drivers might know the circuit very well. It's I think it's nice to see some kind of indication. And funny thing is, the driver in P1 was telling his time trial, which was 1 second faster. I consider myself one of the better drivers on this league. I was calling it already, you are not in the right league. And but no one listened, and then when quali happened, everyone started screaming. So kind of disappointing when you see your something you called turns out to be true and seen by the rest. But it is what it is for now. Still got the fast lap at this point, and we're close to the pitting windows. You never know how many stops are gonna happen for the guys around around us. Interesting thing, I gotta say, none of the drivers around us have track limit penalties until this point, because the Alfa Romeo just picked up one. So I think it's very interesting. Of course you warn each other for this track. Watch out for the track limits. It's a thing here, you know. Just like with the fuel, apparently yeah, we found out later in this race is a huge thing, which is kind of silly that no one could, yeah, predict that on the forehand. I mean, yeah, it's Qatar, it's basically majority is on full throttle, so of course fuel is a thing here, which you need to consider before you know, loading your car. And yeah, the Alfa Romeo immediately heads into the pits after grabbing his yeah, track limit penalty, and there we got a Red Bull who was yeah, had an accident, not his fault by the way, but the driver got penalized for that and got handed a time penalty. I think it was the Alpha Tauri driver, if I remember it correctly. But yeah, quite a big gap, of course, and also track limit penalty. So what you want to make sure, it should also be an extra source of motivation when you see other drivers with track limits. I also try to watch out for it. I think it's not worth the risk of gaining some time and grabbing up a track limit. And yeah, we got the recommended strategy, which basically means we have high tire wear, bigger than expected, but we still yeah, keep on driving. And at the end it turned out we were like on 70% tire wear, which is, I think it's insane. But yeah, you want to extend the stint as much as possible. Here we are then on lap 14. I think it's absolutely mental to have a, yeah, 40-second gap upon the, yeah, 5th car. Maybe they did stops already, I don't know. But here we are heading into the pits with the slowly driving Alfa Tauri. What is he doing actually? Why is he driving so slowly into the pits? Well, anyways, gonna have a pit stop, and we will have to lap him after yeah, after the stop. So good timing here. Let's see how fast this stop will be. 2.2 seconds. He has a very slow stop. Oh man, well, what was he doing there with his timing? I think he had a stop of like 4 seconds, but he will have to let us pass there immediately after the stop. Hope he is very aware of that. He doesn't seem to get out of the way here. You're curious to see where he's gonna do this. Then we have something. I have to get off the throttle here. He is clearly in the way there. Isn't aware of it. It seems that I'm one of the leading drivers. And yeah, after the race, the steward's decision was to only hand out a warning, which yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. You know, if it is if you don't have a lot of penalty points, if you don't, yeah, have caused a lot of incidents, then yeah, it's not a crazy decision to yeah, keep it at a warning. But I clearly had to get off the throttle to not cause an accident, because that was some dangerous driving, the man. But yeah, all good. But it gave me a bit of a headache because yeah, the Alfa Romeo driver was trying to undercut us. Yeah, even with time penalty attached to his name. But yeah, of course, it stresses you out if you're getting holding up by yeah, a back marker. And here the yeah, the Alpine decides to pit and goes out clearly in front with 4 seconds gap at the moment, and with the tire advantage. So this is our first real lap on this tire. Currently fast lap holding by yeah, the Alfa Romeo, but we will yeah, overtake this one and here have the fastest lap, which I expect to lose to the Alpine driver, of course, I would say. And there we go, the fastest lap for the Alpine driver by far, it seems. And look at this, people, this moment is kinda interesting. Here, 3-second track limit penalty for the Alpine driver, and just right a few seconds after that, track limit penalty for the Alfa Romeo driver. Kinda interesting to see. We only get one warning until this point, which I think it's something very special, considering at the first lap we got that warning. After that no warnings anymore. And yeah, of course we're going to head into the final stage of the race. Well, meanwhile, in the meanwhile, Ferrari is spinning and getting up again. And I swear, when things like that happen and you are comfortable on the podium position, your heart is going like crazy. You definitely don't want a safety car. You're comfortable the way it is right now. Of course, you could argue like, yeah, the P1 has a 3-second time penalty, but yeah, there's no way we're gonna keep catching up with him, you know. Alfa Romeo decides to pit on lap 19 to probably go onto the soft tire and get the fastest lap. Well, I think he doesn't have the gap to stay in front of the Mercedes, clearly. So yeah, he has to catch up with him and overtake him again. And he also has the time penalty, as we know by now. In the meanwhile, and I called it already, and this turned out to be a very crucial point in the race. Yeah, the fuel, it was a huge thing around here. I'm on minus 0.26 laps of fuel, and we're gonna need to save. You can see it at the gaps. We lost a huge amount. So yeah, I'm curious to see, does he have enough fuel or isn't he saving, or yeah, what is the leader in the race doing? Clearly yeah, best man on track. Got pole, led every race basically until now. Got the fastest lap, and is he going for the Grand Slam, or yeah, did he got his strategy, his thinking right? That's what we need to see. Interesting to see is that we are not losing time to the Mercedes behind us, but we got the back marker yeah, behind us. We got nothing to lose anymore at this point, have a clear gap, so I'll let him through here. As you can see, yeah, the loss, yeah, that's losing us a lot of time. Maybe not the smartest decision, but you know, I don't trust back markers. You don't want them to crash out into you. Ask Max Verstappen. But yeah, you know, we have nothing to lose. The gaps in front and behind. Well, we lost 4 seconds with it, but yeah, who cares, you know? I mean, look at our fuel now. That definitely benefited. Yeah, our fuel at least. Alfa Romeo at the end in front of the Mercedes as expected, and with this 9-second track limits penalty. Yeah, and 30-second gap in front of us, so we just are gonna sing this out in this comfortable league race. I really gotta say it was yeah, a chill one. Tire seems okay, fuel is slowly getting back on track, so we managed that well, going from 0.30 minus fuel. And look at the gap onto the back marking Ferrari. How much time we lost there. So yeah, you can see clearly, because of the fuel saving, lost a lot of time, but we had to. And yeah, going into the end of the race. Be prepared, people. What you are going to see in this final lap of the race is biblical. Absolutely biblical. Look at the minimap. There is driving an Alpine, and yeah, apparently there is only one Alpine. He's driving so slowly around there. So you can guess what it is. He is running out of fuel. Didn't manage yeah, to do that very well strategically. And yeah, he had a 30-second gap. Oh, we're going here so wild. Oh, wide, not taking a good line around there. But can we still win this race? The hope is rising for us. He had a 13-second penalty. After the race, it tended to be that was not a fair penalty, so got it, remove it. Oh, snap oversteer there. but we are closing in. He's driving so slowly in the last section of this of the track, and also of this Grand Prix. We're already almost in the yellow flag zone. Can we stick to this? Can we steal the win away? Well, driving in second basically the whole race. He is on the straight, but he is driving so slowly. We need to be within the 3 seconds, because the 10-second penalty is being removed. And what did we do? We won the race with 11.483 seconds advantage, which turned out to be 1.483 second lead. Then we have won this race. A crazy ending, and with all honesty, it wasn't really that interesting of a race with big gaps, but we did it. We won this race. We won in Imola. We came home second in Monza after a wrecking fest, because 10 drivers crashed out of the race. Only 5 drivers remaining and crossing the line. But we are taking the W here again. And of course, if you are the losing driver, you're gonna scream how unfair that is, how stupid the game is. But it's easy. If you are not saving fuel, if you don't watch that, then you got nobody to blame but you. And you can scream for 30-second gap and all that shit. But I saved the fuel. If we didn't save the fuel, the difference would have been maybe half of it. But we won this race, and it's a very satisfying one. Always nice to win against this type of opponents. And this was the league race. So if you enjoy this kind of content, if you enjoy league racing and recording league races, make sure to check upon it next time. Don't forget to subscribe. I will be recording, uploading them every time there is a league race. And this was the video. Make sure to leave a comment what your thoughts about this type of content are, and make sure to check out next time around. See you later, guys. Have a nice day.